Belair sensed something was wrong as soon as he arrived at the border. Two people had been allowed to escape here, but they were shot through the heart by an arrow just 10 meters from the exit. Only then did Belair realize Jack had tricked him into coming to the border. It was all to make him participate in a hunting game organized by wealthy elites. At this point, Jack dropped all pretenses. He gave Belair 2 minutes to run. Belair had no choice but to sprint toward the forest behind him. When the 2 minutes were up, the wealthy hunters lifted their rifles and began the hunting game, but they didn't know that from the moment they stepped into the forest, they had officially become the prey. Belair was no ordinary man. He was a top survival expert. No wonder they searched for a long time without finding any trace of him. Nick, one of the elites, came up with an idea. He climbed a hill thinking he could see farther from a high vantage point. Sure enough, he spotted Belair drinking water by the river. Luckily, Belair quickly hid behind a large tree. He watched Nick heading in his direction from the hilltop. Belair dove into the river. By the time Nick reached the foot of the hill, Belair had already vanished. Unbeknownst to Nick, Belair was right behind him. The next second, Belair pulled him into the water. Unexpectedly, Nick pulled out a stun baton. Seeing that Nick intended to kill him, Belair no longer held back. He slammed Nick onto a large rock. By the time the other elites found Nick, he was already a lifeless corpse. Only then did the wealthy hunters realize they were dealing with an extremely dangerous prey. But since they were many and well armed, they didn't feel afraid. When they arrived at a waterfall to search for Belair, James spotted him below. He shouted for his teammates to shoot downwards. Belair, hearing the commotion, dove back into the water, hiding behind a large rock. Though the arrows couldn't harm him, the hunters had no intention of letting him go. They brought out a mounted grenade launcher. A single shot sent Belair flying instantly.